So again, this light code activation transmission is to assist with releasing trauma and like any pain in any of the 12 bodies. So that's the mental, emotional, auric, etheric, physical, metaphysical, and spiritual bodies, and to like assist with releasing like pain, sadness, despair, loneliness, fear of like ostracization, of like being disconnected from source, from all that is, feeling like a sense of like non-attachment, non-belonging, because you probably are from another solar system or star system that you're more comfortable with, and you're more comfortable with other beings that are from that same star system or like somewhere close to it. Like I feel like there's a strong Arcturian presence like in the container that I'm holding right now, as well as Pleiadian, Arcturian, Syrian, Andromedan, and Hadaran. So those are like the, as well as some blue avian and blue beings as well, which is awesome because there's like not as much information about blue beings and blue avians as I'd like there to be, but we're here like collecting all of this. Okay, so first I'd like to begin the light code activation by clearing like your whole like all your chakras, 100, or there's probably more than 100, so all of them, all like debris, anything, siphons, cords, anything that's draining your light body, anything that's impeding on your chakras to function to like their full capacity, as well as like any astral debris in like your astral auric field. So like the aura, so like there's a human body, right? So I'm humanoid, right? I'm in this physical form, and around me there are 7 outer rings, and this is the outer aura that makes up your astral field. Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Your timing is perfect. So these like 7 outer rings, they also like permeate your being, and like all of consciousness and other beings pick up on the frequencies and like the overall state of the aura. And like the more time that we spend in meditation or doing the things that bring us joy, like absolute joy, and don't cause like any form of fear or like turmoil, and that like serve your like God consciousness, your God soul. Oh yay, I'm so happy that you're here. Divinely aligned to be here. We're all here now, like co-creating this existence and these realities, and it just feels so beautiful to be able to like carry and hold this container and have everyone here. But so yeah, so these outer aura, like these outer rings, and they all have different shades and different colors. Some of them are tungsten, some of them are like more sunset, like emerald green, and then some are like auras are very, very vibrant, and usually that person spends more time with their monad, their God soul, their God consciousness. So it doesn't have to be like silent meditation or like guided meditation, but like doing the things that bring you like utmost joy and don't drain you in any physical or like metaphysical, like any other way, if that makes sense. So like, yeah, and don't necessarily have to serve like a purpose other than bringing you joy and not causing any harm to like any being as you create or an act in it. Yeah, so like the outer rings are like kind of like cool, and they're like they're not jagged or frayed. They're like very smooth lines. They're like easy to see. They're easy to like feel. They even have a sense of smell to them. Oh my god, so that tingling sensation, Macy M. Foster, is like, they're your morphogenetic chakras, which are conical instead of spherical in nature and form, and it's the Ascended Masters and I, and like these multi-dimensional extraterrestrial hybridized beings and omnipresent beings of 100% pure white light and in the highest alignment of like your divine soul mission, soul path. It's all of us like activating those chakras in you, so that's what the tingling sensation is. So just like I encourage you to drink more water to like assist with like any symptoms, like any like headaches or buzzing. If it gets uncomfortable, just like drink more water. Like that's all that I can suggest. Like the human body definitely needs much more than eight 8-ounce cups of water. Yeah, just like listen to how much your body needs. Mm. But yeah, so that's what the tingling sensation is all about. So so during this light code activation transmission, like this will like smooth out your aura and bring back that like healthy glow that like, because some of these auras I'm theoretically see that like there's like some drainage that has happened to the light body due to trauma, conflict, like different forms of motivation taking over. So like the monad, the god soul, the negative ego that's being dismantled. Like there's all this like from ego death and like consciousness traps, consciousness loops, bondages, like these forms of like connections to society and like 3D matrix like worldwide order are like disintegrating as I speak. So like a lot of folks in this container right now are going through their own like dark night of the soul, which I encourage everyone to like read about, because it's literally like all of these negative egos are dying and like something else beautiful is manifesting and being given life and breath. Yeah, so like just to allow yourself to like heal whatever the negative ego drudges up, like it's like kind of like digging at like the insides, like removing everything that like the shadow work that's been put on the back, like on the back burner, that hasn't been addressed, is like due to like trauma and pain really, and like not wanting to like address all of it. So just like, so we're gonna just allow to like clear all of that out, because it causes like a lot of like murkiness like in the aura and some like fog and leakages, and it attracts like certain astral entities and like negative discarnate entities and like imposter spirits to the aura and to the body, especially without like proper 12D shielding, which will take some time building a 12D shield that's like impenetrable, invincible, and that will last for about like for 48 hours. But I encourage you to like build your own 12D shield. It's like it helps with everything. And so yeah, so like anyway, so we're gonna work on all of that. And oh, because the imposter spirit, the astral like entities and so forth, they get attached to the pain because it's like a form of food or fuel for them. Like it's called loosh, Loosh. Like you can look that up on essentialglossary.com for more information. But I'm not affiliated with that website in any way, shape, or form. It's just a wonderful resource that I'm humbly grateful to have access to, and that's free to the public. So that's why I share it so much. But anyway, so like it's a form of like energy for them, and they get drawn to like that vibration that is released when we're in a state of despair or disease, or like literally like dis-ease, like not necessarily being sick, but like feeling like disgruntled or disconnected from source or from self or from the higher selves or from the monad or the God's consciousness, the Christ avatar, you know, like from your spiritual family, you're like your guardian host, like everyone that's rooting for your most heroic probability. That feeling of disconnection, like will have a light code activation just to like remove all of that, because it's usually just from like the inability to process and release like whatever the trauma evoked or triggered in the person in whatever part of their lifetime. This is like, we're talking about like past, present, and future timelines. So like even before inception, before birth, like there were curses that were written that were like before you were even conceived, like before you were even in the human body, like in the vessel, like or out of the womb, like like there were all these like curses and hexes and spells like written about like all of us, you know. And it's to like, and it's up to, it's like it's yeah, I can like uncover all of that and like remove all of that. So we'll spend some time removing all of that, because I feel guided to do that on like this container. So that's just like my intentions so far for this space, but if there's like anything that comes up for you, feel free to share. Okay. Ajang charab sabe asar, ajay sharab kene aliyot, abin gay savara shrena, ajan de gara furusha. Jana fri raban srel. Ganaya fri ja ajan srel. Sharika spara aran tara. Tagaina shavara sanshara. So Ali, I learned all of this stuff from like a combination of places, like and spaces and different modalities of learning. Like I didn't go to any schooling to like learn all of this. It was mostly like my own research that I've done independently and like with guidance from the Ascended Masters and my Guiding Star host, with like energeticsynthesis.com, OmniLove, and also like ascensionglossary.com, which is like more of a manual than a glossary, if anything else. And there's a plethora of information and knowledge that's just like freely shared there. Like there's also Lisa Renee, her like spiritual journal, which she shares like shifts in the global consciousness and just like her own understanding within the negative alien agenda, like everything that's transpiring like in real life in the global media, and like she relates it to the negative alien agenda. So it's like helpful to have her insight as well, because she's been holding this like the space in the container of energetic synthesis for like 10 or more years. So I like, yeah, because I encourage you to like do all the research yourself, but like to be very careful where you go for your sources. Like that it's not just someone who's just like sharing, that they're like just channeling and sharing this information, but that there's like actual like data or like information to like back up what is being shared, you know, because even like with these downloads, like later, like these like like all of these like organizations and other places that are not affiliated with like all of the negative alien agenda and all of this stuff, well, so this is going to be on my YouTube channel later, just so you know. So if you need to like check out, like feel free to, like I know it's like on a Thursday, like it's impromptu, but I'll be going live again on Saturday for something else. I'll see like what I feel like the collective is like needs from me at the moment, but at like 2:22 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, like this Saturday the 13th. So yeah, so like thank you so much for joining. Yeah, of course. But I kind of lost where I was at and feel like guided to go back to where I was at with the light code activation. And if someone could help remind me what we were talking about, if it's something that, oh, the main site, thank you so much. So energeticsynthesis.com. And it's, by the way, it's in the Linktree URL that I have like in my bio, as one of the resources, and like ascensionglossary.com and omnilove.com. So it's a combination of those three websites. But everything began on ES, and then like I moved to OmniLove, because they're like friends, so like it's like the same network, I like, if that makes sense. But there's like a lot, like a huge array of like guided meditations on those websites as well, that like I highly recommend getting them from there rather than like paying for like individual meditations, because it gets like quite expensive. Yeah, so okay, back to like code activation, of course, yeah. But if you have any questions, feel free to just ask. Asian Savara, they can Suvara, Asian Shehara, Garan Shivara, Ayage Shara, Sharan Sivara. Okay, I'm also guided to remove, of course, thank you so much, to remove some negative alien implants. They're just gonna name themselves. This is the best part. Okay, so prefrontal cortex, prefrontal lobe, right brain hemisphere, left brain hemisphere, inner right ear canal, outer left ear canal, inner right ear canal, outer, oh my god, did I say that again? Oh, okay, so outer right and outer left ear canal. I just got super excited. And then the right wrist, left pinky finger and ring finger, and like middle finger, thumb, index, like the whole hand. And then like in the thoracic, like the thoracic muscle, is that what it's called? Okay, the thoracic muscle. and the lymph node and upper righter uh, car- cardial artery. Is that it? Okay, is that it? Awesome. So we're going to scan and remove them completely off your body and all 12 of your bodies. They've been causing disturbances in your ability to fully access and feel your emotions, and divine counseling and wisdom from your higher selves, your Christ avatar, your guardian star hosts, all those that are rooting for your most heroic probability here on earth and beyond. Okay. إجاكرين فرعاً صبور عاقن شيع برشكن شرير إياجو براكا ينسي بشيء جازن ضيق باربكن صبرار ورني عشين تركي صبرير عجيانا جرف سبناش عجن في شساسكي عند النار. طنن عضوم شبار عجكي زبير عثنان خبوس زنان شني فرار قرنسي فريش شين سبرا قلن في جارين شارن كيفارير رينا شروم سكي عاجن صوب ضناف صزار عجن كيفاران جرير جاين صيفرار عدنير عادن كيسا عيقاد قاين شيفران شبصير دارن عيق عرفانير فاجن صوفران عرير. So, and thank you so much. Thank you for the gratitude. I feel like in the collective, in the heart chakra, the solar, the sacral, the ethereal, the pituitary, and as well as like in the monad, like the God soul, there is trauma, like trap pain. So it's pain and fear due to like tragedy, loss, like despair, like a sense of like feeling that your reality isn't real anymore, that your like one's perception of the events that unfolded is unreal or unrealistic to outworld society or the world, or to whoever like whoever they felt compelled to share their story, their tragedy, their trauma, their story with. So the sense of like of not being honored, of one's truths not being accepted and shared or seen or witnessed or held, of like it's a sense. So the terminology is fractals of consciousness. Like we're all like fractals of a grander, like greater, like multi-present consciousness, right? And we're all like reflections of each other, but it's like the fractal consciousness became its own life form, and like the disbelief that the trauma has been there, the diligent like alienation and removing the like eligibility of it being there, or of it having the effects that it had on you or your childhood or your inner child, or like who you are as a person today, and like just like abandonment and fear, and just like a sense of like loss that's like super early, like very very early in like one's childhood or like early adulthood, where like it caused you to like, or like caused like the beings like in this container that I'm sensing to just like grow up like really fast, and but be disconnected from their inner child in the process of doing so. So there was like a sense of loss, like even though they have like there's all this wisdom and like knowledge and information that was like attained in all of this, like even it like the pain that was like not acknowledged, like it was like a learning experience, but you shouldn't have had to like learn through trauma and tragedy, like no one should. But yeah, so like just kind of like remove that turmoil and that fear. Yeah, and like maybe like allocating blame upon yourself that wasn't supposed to be there, like feeling like you're the reason why they were like getting into a divorce or whatever was unfolding, which is not true. It's not possible. Yeah, so it caused like this like cloaking effect upon your chakras where there's like these chains and shackles, and it's like your connection to death society and death culture, and this an inability to feel seen or witnessed or like honored for like everything that you have to share like with the world and all of existence, like as you are, like where you don't have to provide more. So it's just, yeah, allow space for like, I don't know if that resonates with anyone in the container, but just like if it does, like taking what resonates and leave out what doesn't. But yeah, we're gonna like disintegrate all the chains and the shackles and remove whatever is cloaking the chakras. Okay. هذا كيس فرش ناظر كابوروسيا مع شافين شداد قيو عادن صوبرا صبرا جاين سيبرا عين كيسناش جارن دوبرا عبن فيكرو يا كي جناد ناظر بولسك يام فجرير جارن سيغر ضنير ضارب طن جافا كيسنيش عجبنا جا كبور صبير فشنا صبيا سناش الضيض ضالن طوض برير كابن يا شفرير عاجن سيك ايام سمير ميل الناجار فين شرير عاذو برسيا كامن الضيض ذاك نسيبر بسبيار آذن في شرار شبياد ذاك نسيبر محدود آجن فو عقوي نظار ضار تنصبيك فناش. So there's like also some other star ancestors that are in the container now, like Aquafarian and Aurarian, and they just like they wanted to share, and thank you so much for sharing. They wanted to share with everyone that everyone's like soul mission and soul path and their soul contracts are all so specific to every individual, that it's harder to see that all of these traumatizing events or occurrences and situations that have occurred in your life or like in the collective's life, like every person's life, they've all like led to this moment in the ascension, like in ascension cycle B, like it's like plan B. Thank you so much. And to like awaken us to like continuously like reawaken us to like who we are as like divine cosmic beings, like one with source and God and like all that is in the multiverse, and like everything in all of creation is like found like in each other and like in ourselves, and like we are just like reflections of each other. So like whatever you behold and witness in me is like already like bursting in abundance inside of you, and I'm just like a reminder of that, and like I will just like constantly like bring you back to your soul, like and bring your soul back to your vessel. We're actually going to spend some time on that today too, and do like some soul shard retrieval, because a lot of you are like traveling the astral dimensions right now. It's lovely. And like we'll tie like some like etheric weaponry like to like kind of like bind your souls to your vessel, so it's harder to disintegrate and harder for them to leave. But yeah, it like won't cause any pain or anything like that. But just that, like, so I'll always be here to like remind you of your God consciousness, your God soul, and just like all the things that are like inside you, and like, and you already know. I'm just like echoing it, you know. So yeah, and like, and these like Aquafarian and like Aurorian like beloved forces that they're like rooting you on, and they're like here for you, and that like um no one's life in this container has been like easy in the slightest, and it and there's just, they have like so much joy that you are where you're at now, like in your journey to like to allow yourself to heal and to release some of that despair, instead of like being on autopilot and like thank you, and like forgetting to nourish all your bodies and yourselves. I needed that reminder. Okay. Ajante varshanir. Yeah, container as in like the collective that I'm like carrying here at the moment. I just like, so we like also spent some time like calling in your higher selves, your God self, your Christ avatar, your God parents, and your like crystal star guardian hosts. So like they would like come into the space as well, and just to kind of like, if I needed to shift my attention to something else, that I could focus on that, like whatever like the collective or like this container like needs from me. Yeah. Jazandu varasakiyash Hashinki varashaner Janansu varakiyad Vaku varavashanse Ajandu varakiyao Ashan shifara the. And then thank you so much. We're gonna take some time to like terminating any contract or agreement made with any guide or being in this timeline or in any other alternate timeline, dimension, or reality that is not in like your highest alignment, or in your divine like is in the highest alignment for your divine soul mission and soul path. So we're gonna terminate it, and it's like irrevocable and permanent, the termination of the contracts or agreements. And also like removing any like astral entities or imposter spirits that are attached, or like that have attached siphons or etheric cords around like anywhere around the astral body, like, and remove them from your field and like your entire being, like all 12 bodies. Okay. Jayanti Varakasancha Ashan Suvaraya Danash Sharaki Vasyar Jaran Sher Avir Karan Suvarer Agan Se Ashad Saddad Farake Sabnash Janub Shanabrer Ayad. So I just like picked up on this crystallization that's been going on in the heart of like the monad. So apparently we have like more than one heart. I just learned that just now. Yeah, so thank you for that revelation. But so it's like, yeah, this crystallization that is like due to trauma, and it was something else. Like core seeds of humanity, like seed fears of humanity. So it's like anxiety, pain, anguish of like not being enough for yourself, or being able to sustain yourself and your realities, and like in all the complexities, like nourishment, water, like rent, like everything, like 3D matrix society, dwelling, like operations, you know, like just all of that. And also like the fear of like not being able to sustain yourself, like in your livelihood, and like spiritually, even like feeling the need to like consume and like spiritual goods as well. Like like this isn't actually blessed by the Dalai Lama, but like feeling the need to have items that is like, this has been blessed or anointed by so and so, instead of just like trusting like your intuition and like your God consciousness and your God soul is like guiding you, and not needing things in like excess, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's just like and it's like turmoil, uh like turmoil in the root chakra as well. So it's caused like this crystallization. So we're gonna like disintegrate, like incinerate all of that crystallization with platinum ray and the magenta ray. Okay. And the indigo flame. Okay, so that should do it. Yeah, like materialistic. That's a great way. Janasha Brir Sakia Sabnash Adan Subrur Agan Safe Fashiad Babiyad Avlid Kanavarur Ajan Sivara Shanir Akiyad Babul Nasa Vancharis Ajabir Kabiasashir Ajan Fushara Sabdad Kesavara Vekansasha Sharanekaram Parir Hagan Vushara Sarer Adobu Sakias did. Okay, so thank you so much to everyone who joined the TikTok live stream and like today, and hopefully I'll see you all on Saturday the 13th at like 2:22 p.m. Pacific time. But I feel guided to just like end the